coffee's cold on your side of the bed. I'm replaying every word that we never said. I reach for your hand in the middle of the night, but I'm just clutching it, losing the fight. The silence is heavy, it's a physical weight, a little too much, a little too late. I'm swinging at ghosts, no hope, waiting for a phantom touch to break my fall. But there's nobody there, just the echo of us, turning our gold into nothing but dust. I'm just a shadow box, a fight in the dark, trying to find where we lost the spark. I'm throwing punches at a memory's face, running in circles in this empty space. You're already gone, you've moved into the light, while I'm shadow boxing with your ghost tonight. I see your silhouette in the steam on the glass, watching the ghost of our happiness pass. I'm bruising my knuckles on the way that it was, fighting a war just because my heart is a ring where I'm losing the lead. Tired of bleeding for love I don't need. Left hook to the longing, right cross to the pain. But the sky in this room keeps on pouring with the rain. How do I win when the opponent is me? Locked in a cage when I'm technically free. I'm just a shadow box, a fight in the dark, trying to find where we lost the spark. I'm throwing punches at a memory's face, running in circles in this empty space. You're already gone, you moved into the light, while I'm shadow boxing with your ghost tonight. The bell finally rings, but I'm still in the ring. Just me in the shadow of everything. I'm tracing the cracks in the bathroom mirror, trying to see my own reflection clear. shadow you left, a hollowed out soul, a victim of theft. You took the color and you took the light, and left me to bleed in the middle of the night. We were a garden that forgot how to bloom. Now there's nothing but thorns in this empty room. Oh, we're just a pair of bleeding hearts, tearing each other into beautiful parts. Every I love you was a jagged edge. Now I'm just standing in a crumbling ledge. It's a slow red river, a steady rhythm of all the love that you took with him. I found your ribbon in the bedside drawer. I don't know what I'm holding on for. It's stained with the salt of 1,000 tears, the echoes of all of our wasted years. If love is a pulse, then I'm flatlining now. I'd fix this for us if I only knew how. Put a bandage on the break, put a stitch in the soul, but the pieces of us will never be whole. We're leaking the memories, we're losing the fight. Just two open wounds in the neon light. Yeah, we're just a pair of bleeding hearts, tearing each other into beautiful parts. Every I love you was a jagged edge. Now I'm just standing on the crumbling ledge. It's a slow red river, a steady rhythm of all the love that you took with him. Drip, drip, let it all go until there's nothing left of the us I used to know. Just bleeding, just hearts beating in the dark. The rain is hitting harder on the window pane, but it's nothing compared to the storm in my veins. I'm sitting in the kitchen where we used to dance, staring at the ruins of our final chance. The water's rising slowly, pressed flower tub in a book you don't read, a garden forgotten, gone mostly to seed. I used to be good, I used to be gold. Now I'm just edges beginning to fold. The dust on the shelf is a blanket of gray, covering pieces of me every day. I'm looking in mirrors, but seeing right through to the hollowed out space where I used to have you. I'm thinning like paper, I'm worn like a thread, just a ghost of the things that we should have said. Now I'm feeling so frail, like a bird in the snow, with nowhere to fly, yeah, nowhere to go. Just a name on a list that you've already crossed, a small quiet thing that got easily lost. I'm fading to whispers, I'm losing my spark, being fairly forgotten and left in the dark. How did I get here? So brittle and rotten, just a soul feeling frail and so deeply forgotten. Your footsteps are louder than my entire life. The silence you left cut as clean as a knife. I'm holding my breath just to see if I'm there, but the exhales are vanishing into the air. I'm a porcelain doll with a hairline crack, waiting for hands that are never coming back. I'm not angry, I'm just tired of the weight of being the shadow you left at the gate. I'm glass in the hammer, I'm salt in the rain, dissolving away from the peak of the pain. Yeah, I'm feeling so frail, like a bird in the snow, with nowhere to fly, yeah, nowhere to go. Just a name on a list that you've already crossed, a small quiet thing that got easily lost. I'm fading to whispers, I'm losing my spark, being freely forgotten and left in the dark. How did I get here? So brittle and rotten, just a soul feeling frail and so deeply forgotten. Don't touch me, I might break. One more breeze is all it'll take.
guitar strings buzz slightly on the final unresolved chord.
The room is white and silent. The air is thin and cold. I'm looking at the story that we never finished told. We're laying out the pieces on a cold metal tray to find the exact second that we threw it all away. Was it a sudden fracture or a slow creeping rust? The moment that our always turned into if we must. I'm performing a love's autopsy, cutting through the skin, trying to find the hidden place the poison settled in. Was it something that I whispered, or the things you never said? I'm just dissecting memories of a heart that's already dead, searching for a heartbeat in a hollow, empty chest. But the autopsy shows we failed the final test. The lab results are coming back. They're written in your eyes, a mixture of some bitterness and 1,000 little lies. I see the scars of arguments we buried in the yard, and the way we stopped protecting what we used to guard. It wasn't one big tragedy that brought us to our knees. It was the millions of I'm sorry's that we didn't mean to please. The cause of death is clear now. It's written on the chart. Complications from a distance that tore us both apart. We starved it up for sunlight. We left it in the rain until there wasn't enough left of us to even feel the pain. I'm performing a love's autopsy, cutting through the skin, trying to find the hidden place the poison settled in. Was it something that I whispered, or the things you never said? I'm just dissecting memories of a heart that's already dead, searching for a heartbeat in a hollow, empty chest. But the autopsy shows we failed the final test. Time of death, midnight, location in this bed. Everything we hoped for is officially dead. Close the folder, turn out the light. Love's autopsy is over. Good night. I'm standing at the station where you said you'd be, watching the headlights like a rising sea. But the tracks are empty and the air is thin. Just another night where the cold crawls in. You swore on the moon and you swore on the stars, but all I'm left with are these jagged scars. The ink on the page is starting to run, like a summer day that's never seen the sun. I'm tripping over all these broken promises, forevers in the eyes that the wind kisses. You built me a kingdom out of shifting sand, and let the tide take it right out of my hand. Now I'm collecting the pieces, the maybe next times, living in the wreckage of your beautiful cross. You said we'd grow old in a house by the lake, but that's just another story you had to fake. Every I'll be there is a ghost in the hall, watching the pictures start to lean on the wall. It's funny how a word can feel like a cage until you decide to strip out the page. Don't tell me you're sorry, don't tell me you tried. The truth is a skeleton with nowhere to hide. You're a master of soon and a king of one day. But one day is a lifetime that slipped all away. I'm tripping over all these broken promises, the forevers in the eyes that the wind kisses. You built me a kingdom out of shifting sand, and let the tide take it right out of my hand. Now I'm collecting the pieces, the maybe next times, written in the wreckage of your beautiful cross. Just a hovering and a silent phone, 1,000 I promises, and I'm still alone. Yeah, they're just broken I'm still setting the table for two. Habit is a ghost that I can't outrun. I reach for the phone to tell it to you, then remember the we is down to one. The movie is playing, but the frame is stuck on the way you looked before you turned to go. I'm trapped in the static, out of luck, watching a fire under 20 inches of snow. We were a promise written in stone, but the gravity shifted and the sky fell through. Now I'm standing in the wreckage alone, in a version of the world that doesn't have you. It was supposed to be always glitching forever. Your toothbrush is gone, but the ring is still there. A circular light on the bathroom shelf. I'm breathing in traces of you in the air while I'm learning to sleep by myself. I try to fast forward to a place where it's fine, but the tape keeps looping back to the door. To the I love you that furrowed like a vine. Now it's just a shadow on the floor. Is there a universe where we made it, where the gear didn't slip and the light didn't fade, where the colors of us never got pixelated and we didn't lose the life that we made? Because right here the signal is dying and the silence is loud as a storm. I'm a heart in a system that's crying, trying to keep a memory warm. We were promised written in stone, but the gravity shifted and the sky fell through. Now I'm standing in the wreckage alone, in a version of the world that doesn't have you. It was supposed to be always a seamless line, but the clock skipped a beat and severed the tether. Just a fault in the code, a crack in the design, a glitch in the forever. System failure. The screen goes black. I'm calling out into the empty blue, searching for the path that leads me back to before the glitch. Before you. I found a dusty shoebox tucked beneath the bed, filled with all the forever things we both once said. A ticket stub from a movie where we held hands so tight, a Polaroid of us laughing in the neon light. I'm packing up the fragments of a life we didn't get and wrapping them in tissue paper and a deep thought about burning the letters and the charms, but I can't let go of the only way I felt your arms. So I'll stack them up neatly, a cemetery of us, underneath the memories and the settling dust. I'm writing your name on the lid in permanent ink, so I don't have to feel, so I don't have to think. Is there a lost and found for the years that we spent, for the I'll never leave yous and the way that they went? I'm mailing the pieces to a place I don't know, because I'm finally learning how to let you go. I'm putting my heart in a box tonight, taping it shut so I can't see the light of the eyes that I love, of a smile that I miss, of the ghost of a dream and the sting of a kiss. It's too heavy to carry, it's too broken to beat, so I'm leaving it here at the end of our street. Just a heart in a box, labeled handle with care, even though I know there's nobody there. One last strip of tape, one last heavy sigh. I'm closing the lid on the last of our life. Heart in a box, goodbye. Coffee's cold on the kitchen tap. I haven't seen your ghost in a little while, but the silence here has a heavy sound, like every wall is slowly closing down. I keep reaching for your hand in my sleep, only to find the hollow is far too deep. I thought we were made of something steel, but gravity's the only thing that's real. drew a line across the floor to keep the ghost from the bedroom door. But the edges are blurring, the gray's creeping in. Where do you end and where do I begin? I built us a kingdom on the sidewalk outside. Before the first storm had a place it could hide. One heavy breath and the colors all fade. I'm losing the masterwork that we made. I'm reaching for outlines I used to know well, but the story is washing away where it fell. 'Cause I've got a heart made of chalk, and you're just a footprint on the sidewalk. One summer rain and I'm starting to smear. Everything's starting to disappear. Fragile and dusty, I'm easy to break. A temporary promise you didn't mean to make. Don't look down, it's too hard to talk when you're walking over a heart made of chalk. I try to shade in the hollows you left, but my hands are shaking, a victim of theft. Every I love you was written in white. Now it's just powder in the middle of the night. The pavement is cold and the canvas is bare. I'm looking for us, but there's nothing left there. You can't hold a person who's built to dissolve, a riddle with pieces too broken to solve. Wait for the clouds, let the water run blue until there's no trace of the me inside you. Yeah, I've got a heart made of chalk, and you're just a footprint on the sidewalk. One summer rain and I'm starting to smear. Everything started is starting to disappear. Fragile and dusty, I'm easy to break. A temporary promise you didn't mean to make. Don't look down, it's too hard to talk when you're walking over a heart made of just a slump on the stone. Better off being alone before the wind blows where the chalk dust goes. Sound of a soft brush sweeping, then silence. I'm staring at the dust motes dancing in the light, waiting for the floorboards to creak in the night. used to complain that you talked way too much. Now I'm starving for sound, I'm starving for touch. The clock on the wall is a hammer on a nail. Every second that passes, I'm starting to fail. I turned on the TV just to hear a voice, but it's just background static, a hollowed out choice. The hum of the fridge is the only song left in this house full of ghosts and a heart full of theft. And the silence is deafening, it's ringing in my ears, louder than the screaming of all of my fears. It's a weight in the hallway, a storm in the hall. I'm waiting for your shadow to lean on the wall. But the quiet is a riot, it's tearing me apart. It's the loudest vibration inside of my heart. I'm begging for a whisper, a sigh, or a groan, but the silence is deafening now that I'm alone. I went to the kitchen to pour me a glass, expecting to hear your laugh as you pass. But the air is a vacuum, it's sucking me dry. Not even a bird song up in the sky. The words that we shouted were better than this. This mute empty canyon, this cold quiet abyss. If I scream at the ceiling, will the plaster just crack? Will the echo be the only thing that ever comes back? I'm drowning in nothing, I'm choked by the hush. Listen to chaos, the noise and the rush. And the silence is deafening, it's ringing in my ears, louder than the screaming of all of my fears. It's a weight in the hallway, a storm in the hall. I'm waiting for your shadow to lean on the wall. But the quiet is a riot, it's tearing me apart. It's the loudest vibration inside of my heart. I'm begging for a whisper, a sigh, or a groan, but the silence is deafening now that I'm alone. Shh. Can you hear that? It's the sound of you gone. It's the sound of the dawn, with nobody to talk to, just silence.
Piano abruptly stops. Mid-measure.
I'm staring at the calendar, circling the days where I chose the wrong direction and sealed our separate fates. I had the diamond in my hand, but I only saw coal. Now there's a hollow, quiet hunger eating at my soul. I keep waiting for the morning to wash the if-onlys clean, but I'm stuck inside a movie of the man I should have been. Now I'm waking up to a lifetime of regret, to the ghost of a girl I had. voicemails getting dusty, but I listen to the tone just to hear you say hello, so I don't feel so alone. I told myself that leaving was the bravest thing to do, but the bravest thing would have been just staying there with you. Now I'm counting every heartbeat like a ticking of a clock, waiting for a door to open that I was the one to lock. They say that time is a healer, but time is just a thief, stealing every memory and leaving only grief. I'd give up every tomorrow for a single yesterday, to take care of your every word since you running away. Yeah, I'm waking up to a lifetime of regret, to the ghost of a girl I haven't finished loving yet. I traded a kingdom for a moment of pride. Now I'm drowning in the tears that I told you I'd never cry. It's a long, lonely road when the sun is already set on a heart that's built a home out of a lifetime of regret. I'm sorry, it's just a whisper in a room that's gone too cold. A story of a silver love that I never let turn gold. Just a lifetime, a long, heavy lifetime of regret. The coffee's cold, the bed is half made, the ghosts of your laughter are starting to fade. I'm walking through hallways of things we didn't say, just tripping on shadows in the middle of the day. I reached for your hand, but I caught the cold air. It's funny how loud it feels when you're not there. Now the walls are talking, but they don't make a sound. I'm screaming your name while I'm hitting the ground. It's a deafening roar in this empty room, a garden of ashes that back of the door, like a promise you made that you don't keep no more. I thought I'd find peace in the quiet and calm, but the stillness is cutting right into my palm. I'm begging for thunder, for rain or for glass, anything louder than the hours that passed. They say quiet is golden, but they never know the sound of a heart that is breaking alone. It's high-pitched and hollow, a thud in my chest, a riot of words that won't give me no rest. I trade every hush for one more goodbye, just to drown out the sound of this starless sky. 'Cause the walls are talking, but they don't make a sound. I'm screaming your name while I'm hitting the ground. It's a deafening roar in this empty room, a garden of ashes that'll never quite bloom. You left me with nothing but the ghosts in my head and the weight of the words that we left unsaid. Can you hear it? Silence is screaming tonight. Do you hear that? It's the sound of me losing you, just a whisper in the dark. But it's tearing the roof off. Silence is screaming. I'm picking up the pieces of a shattered glass on a kitchen floor where the shadows pass. But the funny thing is, I don't feel the sting. I'm just staring at the jagged, hollow thing. You took the always and you took the sweet. Now there's nothing but the pavement beneath my feet. I'm a hollowed out tree in a winter field with nothing to give and nothing to yield. You can throw your stones, you can say your worst. I've already lived through the bubble that burst. Go ahead and walk, go ahead and shake. The foundation is gone, I've got nothing to wait. I'm a ghost Silence used to be a heavy weight. Now it's just the sound of a closing gate. I check the mirror for a sign of a tear, but the well ran dry sometime last year. You're looking for reaction, a scream or a cry, but I'm just a witness to a long goodbye. The armor is thick 'cause the heart is gone. I'm just the cold light of a graying dawn. It's almost a freedom, this numbness I found when you've already fallen and hit the hard ground. You can't feel the fire when you're already ash. You can't feel the lightning after the crash. I'm a map with no cities, a book with no words, just a sky that's forgotten, flight of the birds. So throw your stones, you can say your worst. I've already lived through the bubble that burst. Go ahead and walk, go ahead and shake. The foundation is gone. I've got nothing to ache. I'm a ghost in a storm. I'm a ripple on a lake. You've taken it all. There's nothing left to break. I'm flat to the surface. No spirit to take. Nothing left to break. Nothing left. Silence. I'm sitting in the kitchen where we used to fight, watching the moon bleed into the night. I give anything for a slamming door, or your keys hitting the hardwood floor. But the air is heavy and the hall is long, and the rhythm of us is a forgotten song. I'm holding my breath just to hear a sound, but the ghost of your footsteps aren't around. It's not the screaming that's killing me now, or the never agains and the broken vow. It's the way the quiet wraps around my throat, like a heavy winter hollow cold. It's ringing in my ears, bitter sharp hum. hear a voice, even though the static is a lonely choice. The clock on the wall is a hammer and nail, driving home the point that we had to fail. Every hush in this house is a jagged blade, cutting through the plans that we never made. I'm drowning in a pool of unspoken pleas, and the salt in the quiet is what really stings. Is this what you wanted? A world without noise, to pack up your laughter and all of your joys, because the calm after the storm is a lie. It's just a slow way for a spirit to die. I take the shouting, I take the blame, just to hear you whisper my name one more time. 'Cause it's not the screaming that's killing me now, or the never agains and the broken vow. It's the way the quiet wraps around my throat, like a heavy winter hollow call. It's ringing in my ears, a bitter sharp hum of a heart that's finally going numb. I thought I wanted peace, but I was wrong. It's the silence that stings all night long. It's so loud, the way you're not here. It's the sharpest sound I've ever heard. Silence that stings, fade out with a single high piano note. I'm scrubbing the sheets till my fingers are raw, trying to erase every trace that I saw. But the lavender soap and the cedarwood musk are hanging like ghosts in the air at the dusk. I open the windows to let out the ghost, but it's the thing that I'm missing the most. I'm breathing in deep, though it's killing me slow, chasing past a stranger on 42nd Street. The smell of your hair made me lose both my feet. I turned for a second, I called out your name, but nobody answered, and I felt the shame. It's a sensory ride, a chemical war, and I'm losing the battle on the bedroom floor. They say memories fade, they say colors go gray, but the smell of your skin won't just wither away. It's the strongest connection, the cruelest of ties, the truth in the air while you're telling me lies. I'm haunted by your scent, it's a trap in the room, a beautiful garden that turned into a tomb. I can't close my eyes without smelling the rain, and the hint of your perfume that triggers the pain. It's stuck in my sweater, it's deep in the threads, living in all of the words left unsaid. I'm gasping for air, but the oxygen's spent. I'm just a prisoner, haunted by your scent. One more breath, then I'll let it go. But the ghost in the fabric is all that I know. The music thins out until only a soft dig breathing remains, and then cuts to silence. The streetlights flicker in the hall, tracing shadows on the bedroom wall. I'm wide awake, but I'm paralyzed by the ghost of us behind my eyes. I reach across the empty space and find a hollow, cold embrace. The sun is coming, but I'm still in the dark, counting every beat of a dying spark. These are the silent nightmares I keep, the kind that find me when I don't sleep. No screams, no sound, just the weight of the air, knowing I'll wake and you won't be there. A quiet war in a lonely room, watching our love become its own tune. Your scent is fading from the sheets, like a winter fog on deserted streets. I try to call out, but my voice is gone, caught in the static of a grayscale dawn. We're a movie with the sound turned low, watching the end with nowhere is a bitter defeat. It's the quietest pain I've ever known. To be in a house and still feel alone. In these silent nightmares I keep, the kind that find me when I don't sleep. No screams, no sound, just the weight of the air. Knowing I'll wake and you won't be there. A quiet war in a lonely room, watching our love become its own tune. Shh, can you hear the break? The sound of a heart about to wake. Just a silent nightmare until the morning light. The needle stuck in the groove of a Tuesday night, right at the part where you turned out the light. I'm sitting in the dark with the dust on the shelf, repeating every sorry I should have said to myself. The static is a blanket, the scratch is a sting, and I'm just waiting for the phone. It's never gonna ring. It's the same three chords, it's the same old line. I'm pretending that I'm moving, but I'm frozen in time. 'Cause I've got a broken record heartbeat, a skip in my chest, playing the morning you left me and ignoring the rest. It's a loop of the goodbye, a glitch in the track, a rhythm that's desperate to bring the forever back. I'm spinning in circles, I'm wearing thin, trying to find the ending where the us can begin. Yeah, it's a tired old song that nobody should start. Just a skipping of a broken record heart. Try to lift the arm, I try to stop the spin. What the melody is woven right under my skin. I see you at the cafe, I see you in the rain, and the track just jumps right back to the pain. It's a heavy rotation of what did I do on a vinyl pressed in the color of you. Is there a scratch too deep? Is there a crack too wide to ever play a different song than the one inside? I'm warmed by the heat, I'm warmed by the years, drowning out the silence with the sound of my tears. 'Cause I've got a broken record heartbeat, a skip in my chest, playing the moment you left me and ignoring the rest. It's a loop on the goodbye, a glitch in the track, a rhythm that's desperate to bring the forever back. I'm spinning in circles, I'm wearing thin, and trying to find the ending where the us can begin. Yeah, it's a tired old song that nobody should start. skip another broken record. Heart. Just a needle in the dark, in the middle of the stains. Broken record, broken record. Fade out with the sound of vinyl static. Fade out with the sound of vinyl static. I'm staring at the wood of this old guitar, counting the miles in the light of a star that died a million years before we met. Back when we hadn't found a reason to regret. Your fingers used to trace the lines on my palm. Now the air is heavy with a jagged kind of calm. I'm tuning the tension, I'm pulling too tight, trying to find a melody in the middle of the night. Can you hear the sound of the heartstrings snapping? The ghost of the life that we should have been mapping. One by one they're giving way to the strain. A high-pitched echo of a low-grade pain. I thought we were in harmony, a perfect design. But I'm out of tune, and you're no longer mine. There's a fraying edge where the silk used to be, a disconnect between the you and the me. I try to hold the note, but it's sharp and it's thin, like the cold winter air pressing under my skin. Every always we whisper is a wire that broke. Now my chest is just a hollow, filled up with smoke. It's the snap, it's the pop, it's the sudden release of the tether that kept me from finding my peace. But the silence that follows is louder than screams. It's the funeral march for 1,000 shared dreams. Can you hear the sound of the heartstrings snapping? The ghost of the wrath that we should have been mapping. One by one they're giving way to the strain. A high-pitched echo of a low-grade pain. I thought we were in harmony, a perfect design. But I'm out of tune, and you're no longer mine. Just a slack-jawed rhythm and a broken chord, a battle I lost to the edge of your sword. Snap, one more string, until I can't feel a single thing. The clouds are gathering inside my ribs, a heavy gray that I can't explain. I'm tracing the outlines of all of your fibs while I'm waiting for the first drop of rain. You walked out the door with a casual wave, like you weren't leaving a wreck in your wake. Now I'm a prisoner, a ghost and a slave to every single promise you chose to break. There's a storm brewing under my skin, and the lightning is striking my bones. I'm losing a battle I thought we could win, in a house full of echoes and stones. It's a low rolling rumble, a desperate sound of a love that is laid out to rest. I'm shaking the windows and shaking the ground with the thunder in my chest. The neighbors are sleeping, the street lights are dim.